Welcome back to Natal Bee Reefing, and this is a quick video which I thought I'd show when the tank is not clean. Quite often when we do videos for YouTube or when anyone puts stuff up, they always show, they just, I don't know, clean the glass, vacuum up the floor and show what the tank looks like when it's like at its best. But this is what the tank looks like. What day is it today? Today's Monday. So, well, it's actually a couple of days away from a water change. So I do water changes on Saturdays and Wednesdays. So I don't know why it's looking particularly disgusting today, but it is. So that's something to look at. Maybe I'll test my nitrates or something. But anyway, so this is the situation in the tank now. Now, when we look at the corals, in my opinion, the corals are happy, right? They're all growing nicely. None of them are retracting. Polyps are sticking out like crazy. We've got exceptional growth. All those little extra heads over there on those tiny little white lumps and bumps, those are all going to be new branches coming out. That bottom branch was nearly non-existent in the beginning. I'm talking about the Pavona, not the Pavona, why do I keep saying that? Whatever it is at the back there. Then we've got another one back there doing really well. With the filter on that I've got now, you can actually see the pink tips to that one. So basically the corals are doing well. The fish are happy. The clam is also really happy. It's enjoying life. It's been opening really nice and full. It's got a good light response. Let's quickly show you the light response, people who haven't seen it. I don't know who you might be, but anyway, there you go. Well, JP's kind of given us a little effect. So basically, when the light disappears over the clam, shrivels itself up, and then it opens. So my dog doesn't like it when I do that to the clam, quite clearly. Anyway, so this video was basically going to be about the dirt in the tank, right? So if we look here, we've got what looks like maybe a bit of cyano on the floor. This has really started picking up since I moved the MP10 off that back wall, because obviously there's no flow down here now anymore, but this really started picking up quite a bit. If you look at the side glass, this is the left side wall. You can also see we've got cyano across there. Now this usually happens, we can hear the ATO going. This usually happens when I have, that's a Montipora frag, when I've overdosed, which is what I think I did, too much of the amino acids. So when I dose the amino acids, and if I get it too high, I just get a lot of this sort of film. Now this side here, being bare bottom, this side here is generally where all the crud collects. So there we've got a whole bunch of clownfish poo, probably a little bit of Great Barrier Reef blenny poo. I actually think he does more poo than them, to be completely honest. And yeah, just some rubble from the rocks. Now where we're also getting a little bit of algae growing now, which is a new occurrence, is on the rock surface. Now we got a little bit back there, a little bit there behind JP, and a little bit higher up we got a tuft of it there. Now you got to ask yourself, or what I have to ask myself about this sort of situation here is, how important is that little bit of algae? So for me, I just leave it, right? Maybe once a week or something, I'll get in with the toothbrush. And that brings you to the point that I wanted to make about this specific aquascape. Now I know the aquascape is kind of not really your typical one. It doesn't look very natural. It's actually really artificial. It looks kind of forced. But what I can do with this is I can get a toothbrush in anywhere. I can get a toothbrush in there, I can get it in there, I can get it in there. I can go underneath this, underneath that. Anywhere that I can see a little bit of something I don't like, I just get in with the toothbrush, brush, 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 and it's done. There's no issue with anything. It goes up into the overflow and down. That is a whole lot of stuff collecting on the MP10. The same thing happens on the other side. Now, it's just the same stuff that collects all over the tank. It might be cyano. It's just basically anything plastic. It sticks to the back, it sticks to that black back wall, and that one's also got it on. But anyway, what I'm basically saying is a tank doesn't always look pristine, and it's probably gonna look like this for about 70% of the time, and then really clean and perfect for about 30% of the time when you got visitors coming. But at the end of the day, the tank is there to keep the animals happy. And right now the animals are happy. So the plan would be twice a week, vacuum up that, twice a week, clean up the stuff around there, and once a week, give the rocks a bit of a brush with a toothbrush. And having that routine I must say I have not had any real issues, and because there's such a little bit of rock in this tank, it's really easy to clean. So anyone who's thinking about how to aquascape their tank, I'm certainly not saying you must do it like this, because I think this is a rush job that I did anyway because I just wanted to get the sand out the tank. But realistically speaking, I have found this type of scape where there's lots of place for the fish to go through, easy to get in and clean, and when I'm vacuuming the bottom, it's mobile, it's not heavy. I can just push that whole thing to the side, clean the floor on this side, push the whole thing that way, clean the floor on this side, hop it back in place. Bob's your uncle or auntie. It's 2019, let's not have labels. So anyway, this is Natel B Reefing, showing you the tank when it's a bit dirty, and I hope you managed to watch to the end. If you did, thanks for sticking around. I think you probably have better things to do right now, so peace.